We're done.
Hello, YouTube. Today, we're doing part 2 of the $1,000 comp car that's going to compete in Texas Street Legal at the Houston Police Academy this weekend, September 20th something. I'll put a flyer on top of this. But if you guys want to come out and see if this car actually works and make fun of these guys and ride along, I'm sure they would allow you to do so. And you can see what the $1,000 project car is like. I think this is so cool because it's creating like a cool opportunity for two friends to bond and be together. These guys have an amazing bromance and have been together for more than a decade, building cars, learning about cars, sharing experiences, and doing cool stuff. So I think this is so cool. And I also think they're goddamn liars. There's no way this thing still costs this much. So we are going to ask them, they're going to start this car, or else I'm going to call them liars. And I'm not sure if it actually runs. We'll ask them about the parts that have gone into it and actual prices. And we will see why they're still together after so many years, and watch them look at how lovingly he looks at JR. Look at that. JR's looking back. That's so good.
I'm so tired.
They do live together. We do live together. Yes. Okay, so this is the amazing. No, they're fucking lying. Look at these wheels. These wheels, the tires cost more than the car.
Those are actually 3-season-old KR28s. They're very hard.
They're called vintage and they're worth something.
Exactly.
A Kenda right now is worth I think they're $155 before shipping. And you have 4 of them on the car. And are those CR Lies?
They're CR Lies.
What are these?
These are Advan model T7s.
Oh wait, are Advans real wheels?
Yeah, those are real.
I can't even remember anymore because that looks like a knockoff. Battle, and what were they called before battles? CSTs. Yeah. So this car probably has $1,000 of wheels on it right now, and tires, which puts it completely over budget. Doesn't even count. I don't even know what to say.
Oh shit, I can't do it.
So it's actually the Tuesday before the event, and as you can see, the cylinder head is off. We are about to slap it back on, or Keegan is, and then we're gonna try to get this thing finished up. It's almost there. It does have wheels and tires on it. We got to align it and put the doors and everything back on it. Putting the windshield in it tomorrow night, and we'll be going from there.
Oh, it's out. Got it.
JR is so confident. He's mounting tires. Look at that.
These are actually for Keegan, so
I like how the paint just flaked off. Quality. All right, so we have the $1,000 project car. They say it took $1,000 to finish this thing, start to finish, to make a C18
I think we might be a
comp
little
car.
over budget now. We got to go back and double check.
We'll do a third review on Saturday if it blows up, and then we'll.
How much do you think you're over budget?
Not much. I think we're still under 2.
Okay.
I think we're around $1,500 if I had to guess.
I think you can always double the budget of a race car and double the amount of time. So we have the car. It's on the lift. What do you want to show us? I can see that we have oil on the ground.
We have
kicking parts around.
We haven't finished this part of the project yet. So we just got done making it run.
What does milky oil mean?
Well, we found out how to blow a head gasket. We finally had it running, and actually, we would have never known that had blown head gasket, but we happened to go put in a aftermarket little oil cooler setup sandwich block. I pulled the oil filter off, and it was milky. So then we started doing our diagnosis from there, and that's when we found out that it was pressurizing from the back cylinder into the cooling system and mixing the oil and coolant together. So
Did we find that out Friday or
I
Saturday?
think we found that out Friday.
It was either Friday or Saturday. We found it out. We immediately ordered 2 head gaskets, and one of them shipped before the other one, and it came in last night. Yeah.
By the way, if you guys are new to this, this is part 2 of a series that they're trying to get this car ready, and basically 10 days or 9 days or 8 days for round 5 of Lone Star Drift, and they're going to compete in Texas Street Legal in a C18 S13. Oh my God, look at this. Was this the problem? Oh, it's gross.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It's gross feeling.
That was. So there were multiple problems.
Where was it blown out?
So it wasn't entirely blown, but it was leaking between, say here to here. You can see by the white. However, whoever installed the head, they forgot the dowel pins that go here and here. So actually here and here. But regardless, so the head could shift on the block ever so slightly, which caused the failure. the head studs weren't even put all the way down into the block, so the threads were bottomed out before it made full torque. So it was set up for failure. But we found that SR's dowel pin fit a CA, so we put SR dowel pins in it, got the studs right, cut the one that needs to be cut because no one knows you're supposed to do that. Put the head on last night, and it's fired right up.
All right, let's look at the car. What are we looking at? Oh, very first thing. Y'all need to show me the like first 10 most ghetto things on the car.
Oh man,
What are the most ghetto
Those are
things?
the wheels that came with the JZX.
Yeah.
They're decent.
Oh,
for the
obviously
front,
these do
so-
not count in the price of $1,000.
No, yeah, no.
Okay, drifters can't count
I
the
saw
tires and wheels, or to
comments.
cost more.
I saw comments about that, and I don't think people quite understood like some of what was going on with it, because they were like, "Oh, there's no way it's that much. You know, the car is this much and that much." It's going like, no, we already had it.
That's not how it counts.
No, I know. That's it. They were trying to count how much it cost.
Yeah,
And, like, the whole
that's
point of
why
this-
this whole thing is a lie.
Like, the whole point
and
of
a
this project
scam.
We have less money in this car, literally, than I think my wheels. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure, and it less.
So this is how drifters think. They're like, oh, the wheels don't count, the tires don't count, the coilovers
tires
don't count.
the coilovers do count. We did buy those,
We
Okay.
had to buy coilovers.
but we sold the fuel pump hat.
Had to buy
buy them.
intercooler. We had to buy a couple couplers.
Real quickly, how much did the angle kit cost you?
0. We
That's
had it.
not how this works.
We had all that.
Okay, how much was the intercooler?
The intercooler with the brackets, with rear brake calipers, rear
$100
rotors,
Cha-ching.
and a couple of things, $100.
Okay, how about the engine?
Engine, you said was 800.
800,
So that's
400,
already
800 bucks, but we had $400 in SR parts we traded, so it was $400.
Yes.
Okay, so we're up to $500.
Right.
You said coilovers?
Coilovers were $200.
Okay, what are we up to? $600?
or $700.
$700? How
or
much was
take.
the head gasket?
$11.99.
Literally.
$11?
Yes. I'll show you the Rock Auto receipt. It's
Oh my
$11
God.
and change.
How much was the exhaust?
Free. We had it.
Okay, fuel pump?
We had it.
O2 sensors?
We had it.
Doesn't have them probably.
It has
Transmission?
it has a used wideband. We had the trans. We had the drive shaft. We had the diff, the axles,
The clutch?
the arms. The clutch came with the motor.
Okay.
Only thing we had to buy new down here was slave
slave.
cylinder, master cylinder, both master cylinders. We got those new, but these are like literally $9 on Rock Auto. Master cylinder was like $15, and then the
So we'll say $50
brake
for-
master was $10 on from that guy.
So we'll say $50 for all the masters.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some used parts from a dude.
Oof.
That's our seat. Don't worry about that.
Cat delete.
Seat was $100. So we're up to 8.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, I did a cat delete.
They cut the chassis out and made a really ghetto seat mount.
Not quite finished, but
The seat's
Oh,
terrible, but we're
brutal. All right, keep going.
We had the diff. We had the arms, coils. We had obviously bought axles. We had the tank. We had fuel pump. We had fuel hat. We had taillights. We had.
we have our custom.
Oh, we had to pay $80 for the hat.
multi-piece taillights here.
So $780. Oh wait, we have $100 in the glass.
Yeah, I got.
So that's
Oh.
$980.
A whole new.
windshield was put in about 20 minutes.
Yeah, we just put the glass in.
How about the seats? How much were the seats?
the seat? Was already counted that one. It was $100 for the driver's seat. The passenger seat I had.
Okay.
I'd say we had $50 in wiring, so that's $1030.
Oh wow! Most people beat this whole cat thing down. Y'all actually cut it. Crazy.
That's how my last car came, and it actually is like really nice. I still want to put a better seat in this car one of these days. This seat kind of sucks.
Yeah, that seat does look crappy.
But
New glass. You're over budget, buddy.
Yeah, the
All right.
put us over budget.
All right.
the glass we picked up and put it in. I just dropped this in literally about 20 to 30 minutes ago. Still very, very
Yeah.
We had the turbo, the master pipe. We put out like $50 in couplers, right?
Yeah, about $50. The couple
So about $1,100.
Radiator.
We had it. Hoses we had.
Fuel
Actually,
pump.
we had to
Fuel
get-
filter.
Fuel
I
filter
actually
we
had
had.
the fuel filter.
We actually had a fuel filter laying around.
All right, come on. Let's start this baby up. Takes two
much,
people
too
to
much.
start this thing.
Takes one in the car.
It's not in gear.
So I'll switch this on.
Maybe.
A little more. Hey.
You just gotta leave.
Should I go with it doesn't like cold start.
It's gonna die again.
I think I gave it too much throttle.
Yeah.
Y'all are getting close.
Do we count the wideband? Or because this is for your car? We can't count that.
He borrowed the wideband that I bought for my other
guys approved it, and it turns itself off. So are y'all confident you're almost there?
Yeah.
Finally. It's the biggest thing that's been killing us with this project is it's been one thing after another.
You want to tell me about the
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm about to get to.
brake booster just
We just finally fixed all this. Cutscene. Keegan's out here, and I'd finally gone to bed last night. Keegan's out here still. Had it running for a while, and the brake booster decided that somehow, I guess we got water in it from the car sitting outside for so long, and the engine actually started trying to suck up some of the water and everything. So, so the brake booster's bad. So that's the next project to fix as well on this adventure.
We fixed the exhaust leak due to my own stupidity.
Yeah, we had a really
I'll
bad
take that.
exhaust leak, which is one of the other videos we were messing with. But it turns out, and I actually took the manifold off. I got up early last weekend, took the manifold off, drove up to turn 5, stood there for over an hour on the belt sander trying to plane this manifold. Come back, put it on, exact same amount of exhaust leak. It was about a 5-hour project in total after driving and everything.
Do you not run an exhaust gasket that takes it
No,
up?
we did, but
Yeah.
come to find out, Keegan went to go do the cylinder head, and I guess there was a washer, a literal silver washer behind the exhaust manifold gasket. So it was just creating a giant gap.
Oh, we have $30 in gaskets.
Oh, yeah, we do have $30
Did y'all
gaskets.
deck the head and like skim the block
We
and all that stuff?
we checked it with a we have a straight edge.
Yeah,
so we
I
just
got
checked
it.
it. It's
Like a
all
ruler?
flat. Put it back on.
No, it's like
A
an
real-
actual. It's like an actual Blue
machinist
Point
straight
straight
edge.
edge tool.
Yeah.
An actual like.
These
nice
guys are
tool.
mechanics. All right, show me the most ghetto things on this car. I love seeing ghetto stuff.
Oh, see this? Oh, that's why. I need to adjust this a little bit. I was like, normally this is like pressed up into these hoses right here.
Like, what's the jank?
That's why it's pushing on this radiator hose so bad. I can fix that.
The jankiest part would have to be the power steering pump, and that's like barely.
Yeah, that's not even that bad. Honestly.
Like surprisingly, this car came together
we
relatively
were
well.
actually just discussing that this car, even though we built it in basically 2 weeks, is still better than most cars we would have built in high school and stuff like that.
Can you
Still
drop it
higher
on the
quality.
ground right now and do a burnout?
Maybe.
if I had the timing set, I would.
Oh yeah, I forgot
I'd
we haven't
say
set
yes,
base.
but I haven't
timing
set
yet.
base timing.
Ah.
And
That's
I'd
not
hate
good.
to just melt it down.
Yeah,
for,
I'd be so
for
mad.
the cloud.
We'll
Yeah,
do that,
no,
we'll
you
do
don't
that in
need to
part
do
three.
it.
We'll do that in
Your
part three.
neighbors
Part-
don't need to see that. We just need to just show everybody that this was actually working and going on.
And we
That
do
is the
have
most
fenders.
cracked dash I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah, that's why we
That's
just
why we
went.
just drilled stuff.
Yeah,
into
just
it.
drill.
Does it?
right
Oh
through
wow, it has glass.
Yeah, this will
That's
be
kind of
yeah,
sick. This is his Jay-Z car. How's this car doing?
Dude, I love this car.
Did this car also cost $2,000
No.
more?
Yeah.
Fancy. Did it come on these wheels?
I had the wheels from another car. So
Cool.
it all kind of came together at the same time.
One thing I'm kind of curious about, how much camaraderie and like team building does something like this build? Or does it like tear you guys apart? When you were young, did you have like as much fun building this as you do now? The whole thing is like, you guys have been in here building a car together for what, 10 days? Something like that?
weeks, give or take. We had the idea.
Is it still fun?
Yeah.
Keegan has definitely put in a harder effort on this, and I am very thankful for him because if it was not for Keegan, this would not be done. 100%.
How many hours do you have in it?
Oh man. So I get off work at 7. I work from home, so I come out here. I usually, I'd say like 8 to 2, so 6 hours a day.
Dang.
But not every day. So like maybe 8 days. So
Isn't it crazy how much farther your effort goes now than when you were like 16 building
Yes.
these cars?
yes,
Like-
because I would have not had any of this done for months.
10-to-1 ratio probably.
I always think about that. Like my 300ZX, my very first car, my 300ZX, I hit it into a curb first learning how to drift, and that project took like at least a month to fix for some reason. It was just simple control arm replacement and stuff, and now that's literally an hour's worth of work for us now on a bad day. Like that's simple stuff to us now.
Well, it's like the head gasket thing. Like Saturday, I think it was, we figured it out. That had a blown head gasket. Like that would have taken us 2 or 3 weeks, maybe a month if the car was down and we didn't have time. Like 48 hours.
And how did
give or
you
take.
exactly find out I had a blown head gasket?
So I have.
Oh yeah,
Is it put up?
it's kind of sort of put up. Yeah, I kind of.
So I have everyone. A lot of people know the leak down tester. Put it in the cylinder, pressurize it. It tells you where the leak is. Coupled with this, which goes on your radiator cap, so you can leak down test the cylinder. Now, as the cylinder is leaking down, you can watch the pressure rise in the cooling system.
Yeah.
Or up.
Yeah.
So my next question is I guess people could still buy these engines for pretty cheap, can't they?
These are the full swap, because I looked it up before we went and we pulled the trigger on this one. The full swap you can still get for under $2.
Okay.
So you get like $1,700 for a trans ECU harness, all that.
Because I was going to say, it kind of keeps it on Nissan, and then you don't need swap parts or anything, and it keeps the whole project pretty dang cheap,
Yeah.
even though I'm not a huge C18 fan. There's not really any swap that you can do cheap because the swap parts get so expensive.
Yeah.
The thing about the CA is that it's great up until bolt-ons in tune. Like once you start to try to, people do make power out of them, but it's like you get into really niche parts that are really expensive. So it's like if you keep this thing simple, it doesn't really need much.
It's kind of like an SR. You keep it simple and it seems to do all right.
Oh, I totally forgot. This is all going to happen at Houston Police Academy this week, and that's what we're supposed to be promoting. This car is going to be there, and you can come out and see this car drive. And I'm sure if you say that you saw it on YouTube, they will take you for a ride along in this thing. And you'll be like, oh my God, why don't the seatbelts work?
They do.
Yeah, we actually got all this.
Do they?
We actually put a full sock.
This could be a demo car, actually.
Legit harness on that.
Whew.
I think we're right, including like the stuff you got from Rock Auto and the stuff that I got from Amazon, which is not much. I think we're at about $1,500, but still,
it's a lot of car for.
It's a lot of car for $1,500.
Are you going to sell it when you're done, or this is going to be the friendship car you both
13K.
drive?
Bring it
13K.
Right
Bring
now.
a trailer because it doesn't run.
It's probably bring the 13K no wheels. Really lazy. I just take a tape measure and go from the door to the center of the wheel.
What I was kind of thinking about doing.
And I go.
Oh, it does over center really bad. Oh.
We'll have to do a bump stop on it.
Oh, dude, we can make clear tails.
I think it has more angle this way. Oh, there's a lot of space back there, though. Holy cow.
That side has so much faster. Yeah, I got it fixed that.
Look at how small the brakes look on wide angle. It looks hilarious.
It's got those fast freeze brakes.
I'll just drive on the block first, though, without it.
Actually, the wide angle camera is really fun.
I like the wide angle.
Whoa. Oh, wait. We have different motor mounts side to side.
No, it's got a little cover. It's like a heat shield.
Oh, it's a cover?
Yeah, it's got a heat shield cover
So
on it.
the turbo doesn't melt it?
Yeah, exactly.
Whoa, you can check out all their craftsmanship. I like the Garrett on the turbo. It's just drawn on.
Or ISR replacement. Yeah, ISR T25 replacement turbo.
This is how I'm going to tech cars from now on.
Just video on the lift.
Yeah, and then look at it later. Like that ghetto-ness. Right
You said right.
there. That's their spacer setup.
What space is set up?
Boop.
All this, we had all this. That's the worst.
These tie rods are nice and new looking.
I literally had those.
Yeah, that's exactly how budgets work. If you have something, definitely never counts.
Just laying around.
Out of pocket from the moment we decided to do this.
Yeah, that's what we were doing our budget based off of.
Oh yeah.
That's how we were doing it. Is how much we additionally had to spend. Not including what I already had on the car.
Our wheels are at the sorting facility.
Seat stuff. This is their seat thing.
Which one's that? Disarm? Yeah, I don't like disarm.
I hope you don't fall out of the car.
No,
Like you just fall out the bottom
that is
Flintstone
actually
style.
way stronger than an OEM floor pan.
Yeah. I like the extra like welding wire sticking out of it.
Yeah, don't worry about that. I still have to go through and do sealant, like chassis sealant, and paint it all and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Finish that project yet. Yeah. We're still gassing.
Frame rail.
Want to buy it? One piece? It's a double layer. The 5 layers of TV stuff has.
Tetanus shots.
And I put bacon on it.
I
Dent.
haven't had one of those in a while.
Ripples.
No, not the crust is the bottom of it. It's a deep dish. The second layer is cheese stuff crust.
Ooh, I forgot we have apple pie in the fridge.
Ooh, yes.
And I put bacon on it from the fridge.
We should have put apple pie on it.
Are y'all talking about putting apple pie on your pizza?